Edwin shares this. Edwin, who also gave us our song of the day, which thank you for that. Again, the song of the day is Truckin' by the Grateful Dead, because today would have been Jerry Garcia's birthday. But Edwin shares this and he says, hey, by the way, Ron, I am married. I'm not trying to discourage marriage. He said that because some of you guys know this is about me. I am engaged. I am engaged to be married. And Edwin said, hey, look, Ron, I'm married too. I'm not trying to discourage marriage, but here's some news and here's something interesting. Woman turns 107. This happened, I guess, technically yesterday. And she shares her secret to longevity. I never got married. Let's learn her story. There's Luis Senor. And this, so this happened yesterday. She turned 107 years old. She looks fantastic for 107. Seriously, I would guess this woman was like maybe 80, like 82 or 83 years old. That would be what I would guess for Luis right here. I would guess she was like in her 80s. She is 107. That is very, very impressive. Some of you guys know this too about me. I lost my grandmother last year. She made it to 101. She looked fantastic for 101. You never would have guessed. She looked older than Luis did. Like you would have guessed. I think people would have guessed my grandmother would have been in about her mid to late 80s. I would say she looked slightly older than Luis did. But she still, for 101, she looked fantastic. You never would have guessed. And with how sharp she was, you never would have guessed she was 101. Read the newspaper every day up until she died. She would go in and out a little bit. Like occasionally she would kind of forget who you were and stuff like that. But she still had moments where she was very sharp and very with it. In fact, at the Thanksgiving table, the last Thanksgiving she had with us right before she died, my dad, it's been a tradition as long as I can remember. My dad will put chestnuts in the oven after dinner to have with dessert. He will forget about the chestnuts and he will burn them. That happens. Like we make jokes about it at this point. My dad's gotten better over the years. He's been using his cell phone, stuff like that. Some of us have been trying to help, although in fairness, we all forget too. Because at that point, we're all incredibly full of food and we're all ready for dessert. And we're all having coffee, maybe even a little whiskey. You get the, we all forget. Everybody forgets. My dad's been trying to be a little more militant about it, setting alarms on his phone, stuff like that. The last year that we had my grandmother with us before she passed, 101 years strong, rest in power grandmother. But she remembered the chestnuts. Everybody forgot once again. My dad was like, hey, somebody, 10 minutes, mention the chestnuts. Everybody forgot. After about 10 minutes or so, my grandmother goes, hey, the chestnuts. She remembered. My 101-year-old grandmother. Everybody else forgot, but she remembered. Anyway, so let's get to this story. Let's hear Luis's story. A woman who celebrated her 107th birthday shared her secret. Stay single. Luis Senor, who lives in Bronx in New York, maintains a healthy diet and exercises regularly, but she believes the real reason why she's enjoyed more than a century is because she never tied the knot. If they have exercise, I do the exercise. If they have dancing, I dance. Still do a little dancing. After my lunch, I play bingo, so I had a full day, Senor told CNN affiliate WCBS. I think the secret to 107, I never got married. I think that's the secret. My sister says that she wishes that she never got married. So Luis's sister is 102 years old. So longevity might, this is according to the article, longevity might run in the family. You think CNN? Wow, CNN, you can't put anything past them. Unless of course they're moderating a debate and their favorite candidate gets called out on something, then they'll allow the Kamala Harris show to continue. But otherwise, you can't pull. She's 107. Her sister's 102. This might be a family thing. Yeah, something might be in their genes. CNN. Wow. I know it's a feel-good article. I'm being a little hard, but whatever. It's CNN. So yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah. So she has a good diet. She exercises. She never got married. Her sister, who's only 102, she wishes she never got married. Good on you, Luis. All power to you. I wish you many more birthdays, and I'm glad that you're still living the good life. Shout out to you, Luis. All right. Get your news on with Ron. Ron, don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron, don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your